We good? Alright. Thank you, Jason. Man of many trades. Alright, Jacob Walsh, guys. Give it up for Jacob tonight.
Hey, sir. How you doing? I'm Jacob Walsh. That was great. I've done one open mic before this, and the guy didn't even get my name right, so it's nice to just be introduced right. Just start things off pretty well there. I'm from San Antonio, Texas originally. Lived in Kansas City for 8 years before. Not really a stranger to the Midwest, but did you guys know that Texas and Missouri have really similar programs for how you have to tag your cars? If like you're a really shitty driver, there's like a special tag that Missouri makes you get on your car. You know where it says Kansas on there? Yeah, in Texas we make them say California, but that's how you can spot the really shitty drivers.
My dad was born and raised in Kansas.
Me too.
Yeah, you gotta look out for those Kansas drivers. It's always a Johnson County fucking plate too, isn't it? Like you see the Kansas and you're like, yeah, I figured, and then it says Joe, and you're like, I fucking knew it. Every time. I just love talking shit, mostly. That's really, I just love to stir the fucking pot. I spend way too much time thinking about just stuff we say to each other to try to insult each other, just to try to mess with each other. Some of them don't make any sense to me, why it's actually an insult. Like I get why you say it, it's like a go-to. There's a lot of go-to ones you go to, like cocksucker. That's like a go-to one, but like what do you really say when you call someone a cocksucker? How is that a bad thing? It's like someone calls you an asshole and you're like, oh, you get people pleasure with your mouth. You take that. So, yeah, all of my favorite people, all of them are cocksuckers. Every last one of my favorite people, cocksuckers. Hands down, you just need your mouth, you don't need your hands. So hands down, my favorite people, cocksuckers. Just, it doesn't even come close. I mean, did you know that there are these perfect angels roaming around, where if you just go out and have a good time, get to know them a little bit, just be genuine, they'll blow you? Isn't that amazing? That's an angel. How can you insult somebody with the word cocksucker? But like, I'm not even religious, that's the Lord's work right there. If you're blowing somebody, if you've put a dick in your mouth before, you're a way better person than I am, or will ever be. I just don't do it. It's kind of selfish, if you ask me. That's the insult. I don't suck cock. That's a terrible thing. You know? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, if you've never had my dick in your mouth, you're not even close to on my list of favorite people. You don't even crack, let's see, how many? Like the top 4. You won't even crack the top 4 at all. Not gonna happen. I mean, how could you possibly feel bad about not just being able to do that, but enjoying it too? And that really is just, it's amazing. I thank God every time I get a blowjob. I'm just. Every time.
Life lessons.
Yeah. And I got that because I was in Catholic school for a little while too. So that's just sort of like a habit when I'm having sex now. I'm just. It just happens. I got thrown out of Catholic school though. I kept calling him daddy instead of father at the worst times. I was like, forgive me, daddy, for I have sinned. Always put my ass up in the confessional booth. And they don't really like when you flirt during communion either. I don't know if you've done. See one of those, get your cracker, bat your eyelashes. Thanks, daddy. Amen. And motherfucker's kind of a weird insult too, isn't it? Isn't that kind of a weird insult? Like, how did you end up getting born? Someone fucked my mom. If it wasn't for a whole bunch of dudes too drunk to pull out, none of us would be in this room. At all. So, thank goodness for cocksuckers and motherfuckers, But that's kind of how you know that my parents are kind of pieces of shit, because if one of them was a cocksucker, I wouldn't be here. Yeah. So my girlfriend left a note on the fridge I saw it before I left. It said, "This isn't working." And then I opened the fridge and the light turned on and everything was cold. Fucking idiot. What a moron. I'll tell her when she gets back. We'll laugh about it at home later. It'll be great. This is pretty awesome that you can have a job as a comedian. I think it's really cool that you can just get up and like tell dick jokes to strangers and then make some kind of job out of that and then call yourself a professional, like on top of those things. Like as soon as you make $1, you're technically a professional at whatever you do. That's the difference between amateur and pro. So as soon as you make $1, you could tip me $1 later and I would become a professional comedian. So I can say I talk about my dick for a living, and that is amazing to me that you can do that. I used to work in corporate America. Yeah, I did for corporate America. Any fans of corporate America? Yeah?
Fuck them.
None? Shocker. No, I work for the best kind of corporation, a health insurance company. I know, right?
Yeah.
I know, at least at this job, if I take advantage of your grandma, I just bought her a few drinks and fucked her.
Yes. Stay away from him, Grandma Mary.
Hi. How you doing? You want to try to hit your deductible later? No? No? Max out those benefits, you know what I'm saying? Alright. A bad pocket limit on that one, so we'll just...
Fucking AARP that day.
Yeah, that's the limit for grandma sex puns, by the way. I called a lot of bingo in San Antonio. I know how to handle the old ladies. You just draw them in.
Yeah, you get them at bingo, yeah.
Yeah, it's 3 strikes you're out. You know, you try the hey, the wink, you know, the wink again, and yeah, you're gone. Just go. Yeah. Is it just me, or is the self-checkout process getting just increasingly hostile by the day?
Yeah.
Like, not so much the grocery Gestapo who's like standing there watching over you, lording over you the whole time you scan the thing, but whoever's programming these damn self-checkout machines is driving me crazy. Like, first of all, it yells the price of everything you get. It's like, $12.49! It's like, holy fuck, not everybody needs to know how broke I am. Jesus Christ. Your total's $129.53! It's like, Jesus fuck, I only got milk and eggs. Stop yelling.
EBT went there.
And then it has the balls, the fucking audacity to ask for my change. Have you seen this shit? Like everywhere you fucking go, it's like, would you like to donate to the really, really sick kids who will die if you don't give them your money, you heartless bastard fund? Would you like to do that? It's just playing on your guilt. It's like, fuck no, it's $130 for milk and eggs. I'm not giving you shit. You know the answer to that machine. Come on, algorithm. You see my search history and the fucked up shit I write on the internet. You know not to ask me that fucking question. It's just crazy. It doesn't even try to wash your windshield or anything. At least out in the parking lot. Back in my day, the bums would do something for you. Come up with some Windex and a sock and at least get some of the bird shit off your windshield. Now I just get a guilt trip when I buy milk. It's like having a homeless cashier, isn't it? Just bring them right inside. Yeah, this is definitely better than corporate America. In case you've never worked in an office where nobody has a soul. I mean, I'm sure you've all heard of reply all shit that happens, that fucking annoying email thing where somebody hits reply all and sends it to all 500 people who got the email, and it's just like, thanks. It's like generating 500 more emails. But the thing that killed me the most was having to waste time in a meeting while somebody reads you like you're in the 3rd grade. And that's like a regular thing in professional corporate America, is some dick named Mark. It's always named Mark. It's always someone named Mark. It's a law. It's going to drag you and 40 other people and waste a collective 45 hours of everybody's, 45 man hours of everybody's time just to stand with his back turned to read a PowerPoint to you that looks like it was written with the grammar skills of a 4th grader. This is a new program we're going to roll out in September. Has 3 key features you need to know. It's just embarrassing for those people to call themselves professional. can't really think of a punchline to that one. It's just infuriating. Because it's a Fortune, it's a company that was in the Fortune 10, one of the 10 biggest companies in the country, and they treat you like you're in the 4th grade. I just couldn't stand it. I figured out here if I could just act like I'm in the 4th grade anyways, you know? I get paid less and I feel like less of a whore. So, it's way better. Yeah.
It's lots of people too, then.
Oh, corporate whore. There we go. That's what makes it bad. We already went over the cocksuckers are great thing. One of the best blowjobs I've ever had cost $50, which is how you can tell it was a long fucking time ago. Because just like in this economy, $50 for head, whew, that's not happening. $50 won't even get you hands.
Yeah, we pay by the inch. So.
I'm paying a premium if I'm paid by the inch. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Discount.
Problem is I have no idea how to use it. I got blessed and I'm just like fumbling. It's on all thumbs. You know, I'm bruising belly button still. I have no idea what to do. It's a miracle I haven't dropped the mic. You know what I mean? It's just the right shape.
Please don't do that.
No, I won't do that. Not on purpose. It is kind of dick shit.
We don't do mic drives, sir. We don't do that.
No. No,
You can hold it, but don't.
I know better than to tap a microphone or to hit it or whatever. I called bingo one time, so that makes me an expert with the microphone. Dude, those women will yell at you. Have you ever watched Roseanne?
Mm-hmm.
You ever see that old episode where they go play bingo? So there's an episode where they go to a bingo hall. It's Roseanne's sister, the ladies. It's like a ladies' outing thing. And the whole time they heckle the caller.
Grew up on that.
The whole time. That's a documentary. That is not a funny episode of Roseanne. That is exactly what it's like. They come out and they set up their little trolls. And they got the little diamonds in their hair, and then they have to go in the right place. The pink one has to go here, and the blue one has to go here, and they have names, and they have places, and they have their system, and they have their cards, and you can't do anything right if you're on the color stand at all, ever. So, yeah, that's really it. Roseanne's pretty great. Roseanne's the reason I got into comedy, actually. You know, I thought about wanting to do this for a long time, and it was mostly because of her. You know, I think it'd be cool to be like on podcasts or meet other comedians, have a lot of laughs, and develop together and all that. But mostly I want to fuck Roseanne, is what I'm trying to say. I wanted to since I'm about 16. Can't help it, it's the tits. I'm a simple guy. That's it. She's funny and she's got tits. That's all it really is. I figured be a good comedian, sort of like work my way into the place that she might be hanging out, you know, just off chance, hope she's going to an open mic in St. Joe sometime soon. And
Probably not.
I can dream. Do not take my dream from me. I've been holding on to it for the last like 25 years. I'm not letting it go now.
Could you imagine the noises?
Right.
That's
Exactly what I was thinking.
like,
That voice.
Dan. Dan. She calls me Dan the whole time. She's just stuck in character.
You're welcome.
That's how I wanted anyways. I grew up on that show. You think I'm gonna pass that opportunity up? Like, do not call me Jake. If you call me Jake, this is over. We're done. That's gonna stay in my dreams, I know. Yeah. Am I the only one that thinks there needs to be a drunk credit score system?
Right.
No, you are not.
No, it's not to take away booze. It's to identify when you need drinking assistance. You know, if your score gets too low, we don't kick you out or anything. You just get a sippy cup and a diaper.
Right. Fuck it.
You're not spilling anything anymore. You gotta have a cosigner. You gotta have someone with a decent drinking credit score to come out with you and be like, okay, the first round's of beer, the second round's of root beer, you know what I mean? And then the next round's of beer, okay?
You throw some water in.
Or start with the liquor round, then, you know, someone who can help take care of you and ease you into that. My drunk credit score would be shit. I would admit it. It would not be that good. It's not spilling drinks and pissing myself at the bar bad, but you know, I blacked out just enough times and banged just enough strangers I didn't really want to bang. I probably shouldn't have banged. Or maybe banged me. I don't know. I blacked out. I had no idea what happened.
Bingo.
Yeah. Yeah. He knows I say that during sets, because that's how you get on the show, I think. That's how you guys got on the show, right? You didn't have to blow him to get up here?
No.
Just me? I'm new, I'm just trying to feel the crowd out, you know what I mean?
I guess. You filled me out later.
And by feel you out, I mean, well, that's true. That's true.
That's
Like I
crazy.
said, we're Catholic school.
It's crazy. Scout's honor. Yeah, I got you.
That's great. Because I know some people, like the people who have a really good drunk credit score though, would be like the people I grew up with around in South Texas. Like not really in the city. You know what I'm talking about. Middle of nowhere, private property, good old boys, hillbillies, whatever you want to call them. We've got things that explode, fire, big trucks, and all the room to use them, and the neighbors don't complain because they're drunk too. The kind of party where you show up and you're like, or you give them a call, and they're like, no, you don't have to worry about bringing no booze, man. We got a bathtub full of stuff back here. We could just come on over, bring something that goes boom. Those are the guys you want to drink with. I don't know if you've ever been to a birthday party in the middle of nowhere like that. You have no idea what's going to happen. People talk about inner cities being crazy and shit. That's a whole nother world out there. And then you add moonshine to that. Like we already love shooting shit, blowing shit up, driving around in the mud.
Right? Sounds like my hometown.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not one of those people that can handle their shit. I don't mean like bumping into shit. That's not going to get you dinged off your credit score. It's like you go to one bar and you have your drink and then you walk outside with it and accidentally go to the bar next door because you're too drunk to fucking remember where you're at. That's going to get you dinged. That's no good. Mm-hmm. Insurance stuff. Just crossed all this out. Hey, don't do drugs. There's always a good message.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of, drunk credit score rating, you get like one pass with hard drugs. I used mine 9 times. Don't do it. Been sober for 2 years, off and not doing that crap. Broke my hip a couple years ago as a result of it, and we talk about a lot of different colors of privilege, but the golden privilege is one that we don't really talk about a lot, that I don't think we do talk about enough, and that's being able to hold your pee. I can't do it anymore. I just physically am incapable thanks to breaking my hip. No, you can laugh, it's okay. I fell out of a tree 3 stories and I nearly died. I broke 6 ribs on my right side. I had a bilateral pelvic fracture. Yeah, don't do drugs. Yeah. You already knew not to do that, but I'm like a living example of exactly what not to do with your life. Yeah, so I can't hold my urine. Do you guys have the golden privilege? Do you? Do you guys? Anyone else wearing a diaper tonight? Just me? Cool. Yeah.
Like 5 years away, I feel a lot.
Like if mine is like emergency
I get
status.
there, so don't feel too bad.
Like if I feel the urge at all, there's like a timer. A literal timer that is like, you will pee in T-minus 18, 17, 16. It's gonna happen. I will push children out of the way to get to a bathroom and while I'm like, no! Just push them by the face.
No, I'm glad you know.
Yeah.
I'm glad your body tells you.
Well, it gives me like a 20-second warning. Like I think your body might tell you, because if I have to go, the set ends immediately. I need to dance. You could do like 15, 20 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, or until I have to pee, whichever one happens first, because it's gonna end immediately when I have to pee.
You gotta pee?
Yeah. What?
He's like,
Almost. Yeah. I'm checking the time on my T-minus. Trying to get the digital with the timers and shit. You think it's just to keep track of like what day?
No, that's perfect.
No.
Yeah, what?
No, buddy. No. It's like being a kid again. You think you want to be a kid again. You don't. You have no control over your body or your emotions. You ever listen to your family tell stories about you when you were a kid? With like the age you don't remember?
Worst.
So embarrassing.
The worst.
I've got one. I don't. We'll see how embarrassing it is. I'm like, I don't know whether to be proud of it or embarrassed. It's kind of both. I'll let you guys decide. So, Really young age, like 2 to 4. I have a brother who's a year and a half older or so if I'm 3, he's 4, maybe 5. And parents are kind of young. You meet young parents, they have 2 kids. Hey, let's have a play date. That sounds like an amazing idea when I'm not one of your kids. That sounds like a totally normal thing. Brother, socialized, no problems. Me, this is the speech you get if you're a kid on a play date with me. This is Jake's corner. These are Jake's toys. Do not go into Jake's corner. Do not touch Jake's toys. He will scream and hit you with them. That was me as a young child. Just as long as I was left alone, not a problem in the world. Put me in the Johnny Jumper, you know what I'm talking about? The doorway. Forever happy. The moment you pull me out and any kid touches my little plastic golf club set, he's getting a wedge to the head. Yeah. Yep. I don't miss either. I'm serious about those toys. Mine! That's play dates at my house. I eventually got socialized. I don't remember when I stopped hitting people with plastic objects just because they got in my corner. I don't know if that's really stopped, now that I think about it, but that's my slightly embarrassing kid story. You know, all the others involve pissing myself. You know, but we covered that already. That's not a new problem anymore. Yeah. More time, how much?
You want to be done, you be done. You do
Okay. Cool. Because I got some random one-liners too. Like,
I love short jokes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Short jokes, like about short people? Or?
I love midgets.
Midgets are pretty great.
After all.
They're called little people.
There was a place in Kansas City, Missouri, Johnny Dare's. I don't remember that very short-lived bar. My dad was a bartender there. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get to go. I was in Texas the whole time. That was like the whole 3 weeks that place was open until my aunt rode the motorcycle on top of the bar. Yeah, that was fun. But they had Midget Mondays. That's what they called it. It's not what I'm calling it. So I'm just quoting them. If you bring a midget in, you drink half price the whole day.
That's awesome.
And so every Monday there was a riot from what I hear.
There should be a restaurant. There should be a restaurant. You bring a midget in, you get half off.
Yeah, it's like you guys got the booster seats and stuff already. I mean, you're equipped for it. All you need is a sign.
I'm pushing my 5-year-old out there like that. Like, hey.
I think Lizzo should be the new term for a turd you have to flush more than once.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And that has nothing to do with except anything but the sound of what a Lizzo sounds like. That's just what the word association.
Sound like a clap.
Yeah, it sounded like a clap. Yeah, that's what Lizzo will give you. That's not exactly what Lizzo will sound like.
Lizzo tore apart Nick Smith, and I'm gonna be shitty pissed off about how Lizzo tore apart Nick Smith and his lack of understanding of American history.
My handwriting really sucks because I don't really have time for penmanship. The random crap falls out of my head so fast. I'm just like, and I can't read half
Try
of
to
this.
voice the most. Sometimes I didn't do it on my phone. I'll do it on my phone, like notes app. I'll just say it as I'm driving.
Yeah, and then it doesn't translate right. It's like subtitles
It's
on
always
TV.
like some weird words, and then go back and you're like, what was I even talking about here? It's just one word. You're like, what was I saying?
Yeah, that's right here in this. And then I rewrite jokes, so I've like passed the same joke 6 times on 2 pages.
You just need to get your Google doc.
Yeah. Oh, I went to the garage sale. I haven't completed all this, but maybe the premise will have some fun with this. Went to a garage sale in the South recently. Got a really good deal on the TV. It's not quite 4K. It's a 3K TV. A 3K TV from the South. It's only black and white. It doesn't do color picture. My other notebook's in a car.
Good dude.
I am such a nerd that when I hear autoerotic asphyxiation, I think about Darth Vader force choking himself while squeezing his lightsaber so hard it turns blue. Yeah, just random stuff I wrote. They're not all winners, and that's how you find out. I don't really date these days, or ever really. You can see why, and you can hear why I'm gonna piss myself. I'm a maniac, but come over and I'll hit you with some golf clubs. It'll be great. But I don't really know what questions to ask anymore. It's kind of like shopping for a classic car. You know, like, so how many miles you got? I mean, what are we talking here? What damage? Have you been major accidents? I just told you about mine. Broke myself. Do you have all your original parts? It's an important question to ask. You just want to know. I'm not judging, but that's important to know. That's it. So, thanks for letting me come tell some stupid jokes to you.